Sometimes the word miracle feels too distant, too unrealistic. But certain stories make us believe in it again. On Christmas Eve of 1971, from the broken pieces of a falling airplane, only one person survived. A 17-year-old girl who walked out of the Amazon rainforest after 10 long days alone. This is the true story of Juliane Koepcke, a quiet but remarkably strong young girl who held on to life when the world turned its back on her. It was Christmas Eve. 17-year-old Juliane boarded LANSA Flight 508 with her mother, hoping to reunite with her father for the holiday. She had barely slept the night before because of her final exams, and her mother gently whispered, "Once we arrive, you can rest as much as you want." But the sky outside the window began to darken much faster than usual. A massive storm swallowed the plane, and just moments later, a bolt of lightning struck the aircraft directly, tearing it apart in midair. Juliane, still strapped to her seat, fell from nearly 3,000 meters above the ground. She remembers only flashes of light, deafening noise, and the sensation of falling through an endless sky. When she opened her eyes, she was lying on the forest floor, alive. Her collarbone was broken, her body was covered with cuts, and one eye could hardly see. There was no one around, only the endless wilderness of the Amazon. As night fell, the rainforest turned terrifying, rain pouring down, animals crying out, and insects drawn to the smell of her blood. In that darkness, she remembered a lesson from her father. Follow the water. Small streams always lead to people. So she began to move toward the faint sound of running water, dragging her injured body through the thick vegetation. From that moment on, the river became her only guide. The next 10 days were harsher than anything a child could imagine. She had almost nothing to eat. Her wounds became infected. Maggots formed inside the open cuts. Her feet swelled, and she often collapsed from exhaustion. When she couldn't walk, she lay on the water and let the current carry her downstream. Later she said, "I kept walking because I wanted to find my mother. That thought alone kept me alive." On the 10th day, Juliane found an old wooden hut. Moments later, local woodcutters returned and were shocked by the sight of her, weak, swollen, bleeding, yet somehow still breathing. They took her on a boat and traveled for hours down the river until they reached the nearest village clinic. There, Juliane finally learned the truth. She was the only survivor of the entire crash. All 91 others had died, including her mother. She had survived but lost the person she loved the most. Years later, Juliane became a zoologist, following the same path as her parents. She eventually returned to the crash site for a documentary, standing once again in the forest that tried to take her life. She said, "I do not hate nature. It tested me and I simply did what I had to do to survive." Her strength during those 10 days continues to inspire the world, a reminder that humans are far stronger than we ever imagine. Sometimes, miracles are not loud or dramatic. Sometimes they begin with just one more step taken in the darkness. If this story brings even a small spark of courage to your heart, then its meaning lives on. Thank you for listening. This was Runabooks.